Pilot suddenly died during my flight. I had no choice but to attempt flying a plane for the first time to save my wife and daughter's lives. I had my wife help me check the aircraft manual from beside me. After learning about our situation, air traffic control immediately called Carl, an experienced pilot. Once Carl understood what was happening, quickly pulled out aircraft cockpit diagrams to provide remote assistance. He also had his wife create a makeshift cockpit so he could simulate our actual conditions. Meanwhile, the control tower had already contacted rescue teams to prepare for ocean rescue operations. This was the only way to minimize potential losses. Fortunately, there was still enough fuel on board, giving Carl plenty of time to simulate the flight. The tower immediately had staff clear the airport and ordered all aircraft in the air to make way for us, ensuring I could land the plane safely. With Carl's help, I quickly reached the airspace above the airport. Just as we were about to touch down, my wife quickly followed the manual and pulled the switch, successfully lowering the landing gear. But at this critical moment, I simply couldn't align the plane with the runway.
I can't hold this thing on the runway. It's drifting off. I'm floating left. I can't hold it on the runway. I'm floating left. This is getting real bad. I can't hold this thing. I need help.
Caution, caution, manual, stall.
Just as the aircraft was about to crash into the obstacles ahead, the tower told me to pull up on the controls again, sending the plane back into the air to find a better landing option. At that moment, the pilot's phone suddenly died, cutting off communication with Carl. Luckily, Carl's wife managed to get the captain's phone number by looking up the aircraft's registration number in the Aviation Authority's database. Suddenly, my daughter heard the captain's phone ringing. She answered it, heard Carl's wife's voice, and immediately handed it to my wife beside me. Carl was finally able to re-establish contact with the aircraft. He instructed me to retract the landing gear. After circling once more, the plane was finally back over the airport again. Next, I prepared to make an emergency landing at the airport. I followed the pilot's instructions, strictly keeping the wings and rudder coordinated, flying with the wind and making sure one wheel touched down first. After all preparations were complete, my wife left the pilot's seat and moved to the back row, quietly waiting for a miracle. At the same time, ground crews made all kinds of emergency preparations. Fire trucks and ambulances entered the airport one after another, ready to launch rescue operations at any moment. As the plane got closer and closer to the ground with its speed still climbing, Carl urgently shouted for me to let go of the controls.
Let go, Doug. Let go.